I believe that coats, very much like shoes, can make or break your outfit. They are the bigger piece and cover most of it. And in today's video, I want to share with you my fall coats collection. Starting with a classic trench coat, I have a few of them. This one is a vintage Burberry, and though I had it on my wish list to get one, I wasn't sure I was gonna get a new or vintage. And I walked into the store when I was in England last Christmas, not expecting anything. I saw they had a whole rack of vintage trench coats, and I came across this one. It was humongous on me, so I didn't think it was gonna work out, but I put it on and I immediately knew I wanted it. I love how unique it is because this one has a hoodie. I took a leap of faith, not knowing if it was gonna be able to be fixed without compromising the integrity of the coat. But the person that I got it to here in Nashville was so in love with the coat. She kept asking me where it's from and that she hadn't seen so many that had a head, and she took it in on the sides and on the arms because they were humongous. The only thing that she said she didn't want to touch was the sleeve because she said she didn't want to ruin it, and so I do have to flip it. But I love the silhouette. I love that it's lightweight. In here Nashville, we have a mild winter, and so our fall is very long, and I love that I can wear all throughout our winter because again the weather is very mild. I not only love how unique it is because of the hood, but it's also the silhouette. It's not too A-line for my liking. I tend to not like my coats when they're too A-line and have that extra feminine touch. I like to display or show my femininity in other things like nails, makeup, and maybe shoes sometimes. But this coat is just perfect because it is oversized. It doesn't seem to be too wide at the hips, and the length is perfect for me. I am petite, and though it is thin, I'm able to layer underneath it because it is still a little oversized but not too overwhelming because I got it tailored. During my trip, I like to get souvenirs that are also practical, and this is very meaningful because I always wanted a Burberry coat and it was a really good price for what it is also. But it happened during my trip in England. It just couldn't be more perfect. So very excited to continue to wear through all the years that are coming ahead. Trench coats are a classic. Unless you absolutely don't like them, then don't get it because you're not gonna wear them. But otherwise, I believe everybody should have one. They go with absolutely everything, whether you want them short above your knee or mid-length. This next one from Free People that I got 2 years prior to the vintage Burberry one. I was getting ready to go to a trip to Europe 2 years prior, and I wanted a trench coat that was long and oversized so I can just take that one and be able to layer underneath it if it got too chilly. I went to Free People when I was living in Texas, and I wasn't expecting to find it right away, but I saw it. It was 60% off. So it was jackpot. And I tried to size it. I ended up getting this one. I wore it the whole time, the whole I think it was 10 days, and I wore it with shorts, I wore it with my skirts, with my dresses, with my pants, and I still have it and I still love it as much. A very different vibe or energy than the previous one. This one is much longer and it has a little belt and it's much oversized. When I feel like I just want something that covers me more, that I want to cinch it on my waist, and because it's long, that is kind of protecting more from the elements. But I love the silhouette, I love the style. I don't think it's gonna be available anymore because I got it so long ago, but I'll link everything I can down below, even the original link. I'll put it down below in case you can find it secondhand. This one is water repellent. I'm not sure the one for Burberry is because it is vintage, but I love them both because they serve different purposes in my wardrobe, and I don't plan to get rid of them anytime soon. During the first trip in Europe, I was in Florence, I want to say. I walked into a boutique and I saw this coat and I automatically loved it. It was a really good price. I remember walking in, looking at it. It is 100% cotton, so nice sustainable material, and I was shocked how much it was for what it is. I love the two-tone. I don't wear it as much as the first two because it is very A-line for my liking. I'm not getting rid of it because I still love them, but I do play around more with what I'm wearing underneath it just because of the style of it. My wardrobe in general is black and neutral, but during the colder months I wear a lot of black. Sometimes I can do an all black and throw this over, and I feel nice and chic and colorful, even though it's still within the neutral tones. This next one is a wild card because it is a leather trench coat, so a lot of leather, which is why I couldn't find something within my price range, because this was before inflation and I was looking at $100 to over $1,000 for a genuine leather trench coat, and I just refused to pay that much money. I did look in the second hand market and I couldn't find anything that was to my liking or my needs. Then I finally waited for Black Friday sale and I came across this one, and I think I ended up paying $400, which is still steep, but it is high quality. It's genuine leather. I loved the feel, the fit of it's very comfortable. I don't wear it as much. It's the one that I wear the least out of all of them because it is a very unique piece and it's a statement. But when I'm feeling a little extra edgy is when I like to wear it, and again, it's one of those pieces that you can wear whatever underneath it and then you throw that over and then you automatically dress up. I am thinking about the little strap that it has on the shoulders to remove it because I do feel like it's too much, because it has those details belt on the sleeve and it has other detail that it already makes it unique for me. It's like a little extra, but I don't want to ruin it, so I'm thinking about I might take it to a tailor and ask them just to make sure that I don't ruin it before I do it myself. But other than that, I absolutely love it. I love the length, and though it is a whole lot of leather, it's still very comfortable to wear. I don't feel fussy when I have it on. I need to make an effort to wear it more, because when I try it on, whether it's for a review or when I'm getting dressed, if I'm in a hurry, I don't style it. I don't take the time to style it because I feel like it needs a little more time to be styled for it to be good enough for my standards. I just need to play around with the styling so I can wear it more. But it is one of those unique pieces that I don't ever see myself also getting rid of. This next one is also kind of a wild card because though it is within the neutral tones, because it's just a yellow, or master yellow rather, but it is that pop-up color for me, for my style in my wardrobe. And I saw this one also on sale. I don't know if it was Black Friday, but it was for sure on sale. It was from Reformation, and I always wanted something that was cropped, but I wasn't sure what style or what material or how I wanted it to be until I saw this one, and I took a leap of faith because it was not returnable, but it was very affordable, a good breathable material, and I love that it has this color. I don't wear the color as much. I have worn like a couple times since I got the coat. I got it last year and I saw with the color maybe 2 times, but it is very warm and I just prefer without the color unless I'm feeling a little extra. But I like that you have that option because it is unattachable, so you can detach it and not wear it, and I feel like it looks as good without it. But then if you want that extra shush and feel a little, you know, like a fancy lady, then you can add it back to it. But I love, again, the master yellow color. I feel like it looks great on me, and it is cropped, but it's not too cropped on me. I do have a longer torso, but I feel like this is the perfect length to style it with all my high-waisted pieces. Most of my bottoms are high-waisted, though it's thick, it is lined and super comfortable. I love the white color. I think it brings a little more elegance to it. In the silhouette, it comes out a little bit but not too wide for my liking, and it doesn't hit me at my hips, which is the widest part of my body, and I don't really like when pieces hit me right there. But this one hits me at a really good length, and it's another piece that's very versatile, though it is yellowish. That's mustard color that I really like, and I think it looks good on me, and so I'm able to still style it with most of my clothes that I have in my wardrobe. This Moto Jacket is also a vintage one. I want to say it's from the 90s. I got it online store and I bought it, and I was not thinking I was gonna love it as much. It has some scratch because obviously it is over 30 years old, but you can tell. I took it to a dry cleaner and they cleaned it really good because it needed it. I love that it's also cropped in a really good length. I'm able to lay underneath it, but as soon as it starts getting chilly, this is my go-to jacket. It's very lightweight, but it's leather, so it still protects you. Just love how cropped and how well it fits me. It's something I can just throw on if I need something, or if I'm not sure, especially when those transitioning months come and you don't know. In the morning it's very cold, but then it gets warm, and so I always just bring it with me and leave it in my car if I need it. Super comfortable. I wanted something that didn't have embellishments because I did have a Moto Jacket that it had a lot of hard work going on, and I just didn't like that style for that jacket. And so I came across this one online and I got it also for an excellent price. I'll link the vintage store that I got it from down below, as well as with as much as I can, even the original link if I can find them of every piece, so that way you can see it and maybe find it in the secondhand market. But this is one of my favorite jackets, and it is the most, for sure, the most worn jacket in my entire wardrobe or out of my entire collection. Everyone needs a rain jacket because wherever you are in the world, I'm sure it rains at some point in time. So this is my absolute favorite. It is my only rain jacket. I have some water repellent jackets, but this is my designated rain jacket. It was made for the rain, or at least I think so. But that's when I wear it, when it's rain, when I'm expecting. I check the weather and it says it's gonna rain and the percentage is like over 80. This is the one that I take for the day, and it is from Sezane. And I put it on my wish list, and I set up the reminder for whenever it came back in stock, because it kept being out of stock forever. For over 2 years I kept looking and it was oversold out, and then as soon as it came available, I didn't even think about it. I just checked out, and I am so glad I did because I love this jacket. I get tons of compliments. It is made, I believe, mostly cotton, which is unheard of for a rain jacket, and I love that it has this fun pattern underneath it for the lining. Super comfortable. A co-worker at a previous job told me that it looks like a trash bag. I love the silhouette of this one. This one is more A-line, but I think it's so fun for what it is, and I still feel nice and comfortable for my style. I love rain and I love storm, but for the most part, people don't care for when it's raining, especially when it's raining all day. This is a fun thing to wear when it's not so fun to be out. I have a big head, or not so much of a big head, but I have a lot of hair, right? And so my hoods usually don't cover all of my hair, but this one is big enough to cover me. And this is one of those little things, silly things in life that you're like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I got to wear my shiny trash bag jacket. After my Moto Jacket, this is my most worn piece in my entire wardrobe collection. I have for a few years, I want to say 3-4 years. I got it when I was in Michigan. Again, I get tons of compliments every time I wear it. It came with a belt, which I never wear because I'm always afraid that I'm going to lose it since the coat itself doesn't have the belt loops. I believe they said it's because depending on your height, it might hit you at an awkward position on your body. It might be too low or too high on your waist, which makes perfect sense. So what they did, they gave you material for you to add the belt loops if you want to. I haven't taken the time to do that. I don't think I need to because I love how the coat hits me, like open, how it looks open. And if I'm cold, I'm able to just wrap it around myself and hold it. I don't ever feel like I need to stay outdoors in the cold for long periods of time where I'm gonna be, have to have the loop on. And if I know it's super cold, I want to wear it, then I just do a turtleneck and a scarf and just lay up. But I love this coat. It feels so nice and cozy. It is in the thin side, but again, one, I live at a place that we have a mild winter. Two, the material helps because it is made in wool and cashmere, and so those are very nice and warm materials, but it's not gonna make you sweat cold like I do sometimes when I wear synthetic materials, or most times. Because of the style, it's very elegant. Every time I have to talk about this coat, I just cannot stop talking about it because it is very nice. If you're looking for something that is simple but is more elevated, minimal, more classic, it is a pretty penny, and I bought it before inflation. So I think it's like $200 more than what I got it for now, but I still think it's worth it. It has a under yellow tone that goes well with my skin complexion, but they also have other tones if that's not it for you. It's that coat. Like, if you're looking for a nice, classic, comfortable, high quality coat that goes with absolutely everything, if you can just get one coat, if you ask me what is the one coat that you think I should get, this is it. And that is my coats collection for the fall weather. If you're interested in me to do one for the winter, I don't have many more, but I do have a few for the colder months. So if you'd like me to do that, let me know down below. Other than that, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you do like it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next one very soon. Bye.